Well, we found out that the child's mother, the ex, was very malicious, very manipulative, was so mad about the breakup that she would do anything to get back at him. Now, I'm Adam Rossen with the Rossen Law Firm, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about false molestation allegations in Palm Beach County and what we did to get the case dismissed. Now, in this case, our client came to us after he was arrested. So it's very important that everybody here understands procedurally how these cases can come about. Sometimes we get hired during the investigation stage, which means before our client has been arrested, but is being investigated by the police. This particular case, our client was investigated, arrested, then hired us. Now, this investigation was a very quick investigation. It was kind of a sham investigation, but there was a very small investigation nonetheless, and they decided to arrest my client. So when you get arrested for any crime in the state of Florida, there's usually a 21 to 40 day window between being arrested and being charged by the prosecutor's office. We call this the pre-file period, meaning before charges have formally been filed. And the earlier you can hire a defense attorney, the better your case is going to be. So luckily, this client hired us during that phase. He was in shambles mentally. He was distraught. He was upset. He was professing his innocence to us. And what he was accused of was molesting the daughter of his ex-girlfriend. And he categorically denied this. And one of the worst things to be falsely accused of is child molestation or any type of sex crime. Now, when we got hired, we went to work right away. One of the very first things that we did is we went to the special victims unit of the prosecutor's office and we said, listen, we just got hired. There's a lot of things that we're going to uncover. Go slow with this. Please don't rush this. And because we have the reputation that we do, the prosecutor said, fine, that's no problem. I can't, I'm not giving you 6 months, Adam, but I'll give you guys a few weeks. I'm not going to rush this. And I will be willing to listen to what evidence you present me. And I also have to review all the police officers' work in this case as well. So fine, that's good. As long as we have some time to do work. So what did we do right away? Well, number one, we hired our private investigator to go find out what was going on with the mother of this child and this child, herself. We had multiple in-depth conversations with our client. And a lot of times our clients are the best sources of information as far as a motive. Why would a child make this up, right? And is there an alibi? Meaning on the dates that they said that this happened, was our client somewhere else and can we prove it? So what did we do in this case, right? Well, first of all, we found out that our client did have an alibi. Okay. The days that they said that he was at the house with this child, he was not even there and we had other witnesses. So number one, huge, right? Okay. Number two, what was the motive? Why would this child lie? Well, we found out that the child's mother, the ex, was very malicious, very manipulative, and really had it out for our client, was so mad about the breakup that she would do anything to get back at him. Now, some people might say, but yeah, Adam, that stuff happens in movies. That doesn't really happen in today's day and age. Well, it does. This is one of the most common types of sex crimes cases that we get where the ex, right, or the mother of a child has some serious mental health issues. And in this particular case, the child as well had some serious mental health issues from the mother, from her own stepfather, who was very abusive to her, from all of the things that are going on. And psychologically, what happens is these children will just make things up in order to gain acceptance from their mother or father, who are their abusers. And this has been psychologically proven, and we've seen this on cases time and time again. So in this particular case, it was a combination of all those things. It was something where we went all the way up the chain of command to the state attorney's office, and we presented our case with our mitigation, with our proof that our client was not even there, with our alibi. And we asked the prosecutor, said, look, go do a deep dive on this mother, do a deep dive on the stepfather, do a deep dive on this child, because they're not stable. They're not mentally healthy. And the last thing that you, Miss Prosecutor, want to do is have our client falsely charged and have to go through a year or 2 years for us to fight this just to exonerate him, right? Prosecutors' jobs is supposed to be about justice and about getting the right result, not about gaining a conviction. Luckily, kudos to the prosecutor on this case and that entire office. They did the right thing. They did a slow, thorough investigation. And after the course of, about 45 to 60 days, all charges were dismissed. Now, I just wish the police officer would have done a better, more thoughtful, slower, more thorough investigation instead of rush, take people's word for the gospel, and just arrest our client. Because you know what? Our client had a mugshot. He got arrested, spent 2 days in jail. He had to spend a lot of money on bond. He had to spend a good amount of money on us, right? And to go through the mental anguish, the financial anguish of these things is just terrible. And that's one of the things that I love the most about the work that we do here at the Rossen Law Firm. So hopefully if you're watching this, you're never going through this, right? But if you are, if there's any issues or problems, number one, you have to speak to an amazing attorney or team of attorneys right away. Don't just find the first attorney and don't just sit back and say it's all going to go away and be in denial. You have to find the right attorneys immediately and start coming up with a plan of attack to protect you and preserve your freedom. If you guys have any questions at all whatsoever, give us a call, 754-206-6200.